What's up, Buttercups? My name is Shane and today I am reviewing Carli Bybel's palette. If you don't know who Carli Bybel is, she is a it's so jumbled of words today. This is like the third time I've tried this intro. I'm sorry. She is a beauty guru here on YouTube, someone that I really look up to, and she partnered with BH Cosmetics to bring out this palette. I'm not sure if they still have a sale going on, but they had this sale for quite a while to get this palette for only $12.50. The link is going to be down below, so check it out if you want to get this palette. I'm not sure when it goes up to full price again, so make sure that you get this palette as soon as you can. But again, it was only $12.50. There's there are 10 eyeshadows in here and 4 highlighting and bronzing colors. You can definitely use a lot of the highlight and bronzing colors for just eyeshadow as well. I am not gonna lie to you guys, I have been using this palette. I've probably had this palette for maybe a week and a half, and I think I have used this palette almost every single day, if not every day. Oh my goodness, it's already a mess. Let me clean that up. Okay, it's better. Yes, I've been using this palette almost every single day. There are so many versatile shades in here. It definitely is a nudes palette, so if you're in the market for a palette with like crazy colors and stuff, this is not the palette for you. But I am a big fan of nude palettes. I love the Naked palettes from Urban Decay. I love any palette with nude shades because they're just so easy to use, yet you can accomplish so many different looks with them. I don't know, I love them so much. This look that I'm wearing right now, there'll actually be a makeup tutorial at the end of this video, so if you want to see that, make sure you don't click out. So that's why I'm trying not to make this intro so long. But this look right here is a look that I've been going to almost every it's the look that I've been going to almost every single day, especially on those days where I don't really want to play with color and I just kind of want to get my makeup done fast and I know what looks good and what colors to use. I always reach for this palette and I always do this look. So I figured it would be fun for the first part of this video just to go through the palette, take a look at it, and we'll do some swatches, tell you which colors I've used, which colors I haven't used, and then again the second part of the video will be the makeup tutorial. What is up with my voice today? Do you hear that? Oh my goodness. Okay, so my palette, I'm not gonna lie, is a little bit dirty because again I have been using it so often. But we will take a look at it anyway. So first of all, let's just look at the cover. I love the quilted design of it. I think it's just so classy and so sleek. So it says BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel 14 color eyeshadow and highlight palette, and then it's in French. And then on the back, I will read that for you guys. Only this part is in English, so don't worry. Beauty expert and YouTube sensation Carli Bybel designed this versatile 14 color eyeshadow and highlight palette to dial up the drama and add excitement to your look. Carli's taste for chic refinement and modern elegance inspired her to select a collection of earthy neutrals and plummy brown shadows with 4 face highlighters that complement every skin tone. The mix of mattes and shimmers makes it easy to go from amped up evening intensity to toned down daytime options, which is very true. There are a lot of earthy tones and plummy tones and mauve tones, which I really like about this palette. The other thing some people might be questioning it is magnetic, which I really enjoy about that. Then we're gonna open up the palette and we got a nice big mirror up here and I love this. So she put a quote here and it says aspire to inspire, and I love that. I just think it's such like a tremendous goal to reach for, to be an inspiration for other people, and that's what I try to do here. You know, that's a big goal on YouTube, is to be you know, an inspiration to moms, to young girls, to, you know, really anybody. You know, my channel really tries to target a lot of different people, wherever you're coming from, and my love of makeup, I try to reach out to people through my makeup, even if you're not interested in makeup. You know, I really try to do different looks and stuff, but I love that quote. The other thing that I love, which if you've been around my channel long enough, you know this is something that I look for in a palette, but I love the fact that it comes with a plastic film on top. Mine's getting a little bit dirty, but I just feel like this helps prevent the eyeshadows from getting everywhere. I am a huge klutz and I drop so many palettes all the time. I'm constantly dropping my makeup, so I feel like if I was to drop this, the plastic would at least somewhat help keep the eyeshadow intact and not get everywhere. And I just feel like it's a little bit more sanitary than having just your eyeshadows out and open. I don't know, I'm just weird like that. So let's go ahead and lift up the plastic. Now I'll give you just a brief overview of the palette and then we'll go through by color. So you got some just regular, you know, kind of highlighting shades. You have a matte and you have a shimmer. This color I use very often for my crease. It's just like an earthy, nice brown color. Then you have two sort of mauve-y. This one's a little bit more on the plum side. Then you have just a couple more goldy highlighting colors, definitely on the golder side. These two, actually, these three I have not used yet, and I don't know why, because they're stunning. Then you kind of go more into the coppery tone. This is definitely like a coppery shimmer color. This is just a shimmery deep brown, and then this color is very hard to explain. It's like, it's not a black. You can see that it's not a black, which I kind of like that this palette doesn't have a black, because it almost forces you, like if you were to do a dramatic look, it almost forces you not to use black, but I feel like you can get a really gorgeous smoky eye using that color, which I'm kind of tempted to try. And then down here you have the 4 highlighting shades, and of course, because I'm more on the paler side, I typically use these more so as like a bronzer. If during the summer I just wanted a little bit of an extra shimmer or an extra kind of oomph to my face, I would use these two, but I always mix these two for a highlighting shade, which I have on my face right now. If you can see that, I just applied that with a fan brush, and I just kind of mixed the two together and just dusted it on my cheekbones. But I will go through and swatch all these. The only change that I would make to this palette, if it was my palette, which it's not, which clearly it's not at all, this is just kind of like a preference of mine, is I wish that the shadows were named, and like they had the name under here. There are actually spaces for that. I don't know why, I just like when eyeshadows have names, especially if I'm doing a makeup tutorial. It's easy to be like, okay, use kumquat over here, you know what I mean, instead of like the third one to the left, which I kind of had to do during the tutorial when I had to explain what color that I use. So that's the only difference. There's nothing wrong with this palette. I prefer names for my eyeshadows, which is just such a random thing of mine. I love this palette, don't get me wrong, that's not where I'm going at all with it. So anyways, let's go ahead and swatch these. I am going to swatch the first row up here first. Again, I really have no names for them, so I'm going to try to explain which shade is what, but let's swatch them. So this is the first color in the row. This is the mattified highlighting color. It almost has like a yellowy undertone to it. The next color is almost a shimmery champagne color. I like to use this color a lot on my lids, and I also used it on my lids for the makeup tutorial. This third color right here is the color that I use most of the time for my crease. It's just a really nice soft matte brown color. The color right there on my pinky is the 4th color in, and this is definitely a little bit more on the mauve side, but again, it is matte, a really nice crease color as well, just a little bit darker. And on my thumb is the last color in this row, definitely one of the darker colors in this palette, and it has a little bit of a plummy undertone. So that is the first row, kind of give you an overview of all of them. Time for the second row. So the first color in this row is just a really nice shimmery goldy color. The second color on my middle finger, again leaning toward the golds, but this is a little bit more of a true gold than the first one was. Third color is a really nice shimmery soft brown. The one on my pinky is actually one of my favorites. I love coppery shimmery colors, which this one is exactly that. And on my thumb is the darkest color in this palette. It's the color that I was saying that is almost black, but not really. But I would love to try a smoky eye using this color. Alright, I gotta wash off my fingertips so I can go ahead and swatch the highlighting colors. So here are the 4 highlighting colors for every skin tone. The first 2 over here are the 2 colors that I usually mix for my highlighting color, and the last 2 are the more so bronzy colors that I use during the summertime. Overall, I love the pigmentation of these colors. I think they come out so nicely. They do have a little bit of fallout, especially if you're trying to pack on the color. But what I found that even if I do get fallout, if I take like just a fluffy brush, I don't have one right next to me, but if I just take a fluffy brush and wipe it away, it doesn't streak like a lot of eyeshadows with fallout do. A lot of times if I'm using colored eyeshadows, especially blues for some reason, if they have a lot of fallout, I'll wipe it away and then there's like nice big blue streaks under my eyes. This does not do this. This will not stain underneath your eyes where you concealed and did all your hard work. Overall, I'm obsessed with this palette. I think it's a great beginner palette, but I also think it's a terrific palette for people with a little bit more experience with makeup. I just think it's a terrific palette to have in your collection. And even if it does, oh my goodness, I think it's because my throat is like wicked dry. I need some water right now, so I need to wrap up this video. But what I was saying is, I think it's a terrific palette, and BH Cosmetics palettes tend to run on the cheaper side. So even if you can't get the deal for $12.50, don't expect to pay a ton for this palette. But that's gonna be it for at least the review part. If you want to see how I got this makeup tutorial, then please keep watching. To start off my face, I'm going to be using the Professional Face Primer from Benefit. To apply my foundation, I'll be using a damp beauty blender. And for foundation, I'll be using my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation in the color Light 46. For concealer, I'll be using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Concealer. And I'm also going to blend that out with my Beauty Blender. To set my concealer so it doesn't crease up, I'm going to be using my Airspun Translucent Powder. Using an angled brush and the medium cocoa color in my Cocoa Contour palette, I'm going to do slight contour on my face. I'm going to take my Beauty Blender again and just use this to help me blend out the contour shade. For blush, I'll be using my Milani Powder Blush in the color number 1 Romantic Rose. fill in my brows, I'll be using an angled brush and my Too Faced Brow Envy kit and the brunette shade in this kit. To set my brows, I'll be using Rimmel London's Brow This Way Brow Gel. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to first prime them by using Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Taking this NYX single in the color I Have a Headache, I'm going to highlight my brow bones. Going into my Carli Bybel palette, I'm going to take this middle color at the top. It's just like a soft, almost mauve-y brown color, and on a fluffy brush, I'm going to sweep this back and forth in my crease. Next, I'll be picking up this soft, shimmery champagne color and packing this right on my lid. Next, I'm going to pick up a pencil brush and taking this mauve-y, plummy, matte purple color, I'm going to work this right into our crease. Taking the fluffy side again, I'm going to blend that out slightly. To deepen up the outer V even more, I'm going to take this last color on the top row, which is an even deeper plum color, and I'm going to work this into our outer V, blending inwards. Next, I'll be lining my eyes using Hard Candy's Walk the Line in black. Next, I'm going to add 2 coats of mascara to both my top and bottom lashes using Too Faced Better Than Sex. To add a little bit of highlight to this look, using the same palette, I'm going to take the first 2 colors. One's kind of a champagne-y color, and the other is a little bit more on the bronzy side. I'm also going to take a fan brush and brush these 2 colors on the high points of my face. Line and fill in my lips, I'll be using my Palladio lip liner in the color Raspberry. Then I'm going to take my NYX Butter Gloss in the color Tiramisu and put that right on top of the liner. For lashes, I'm using Ardell's Wispies. I'm using 2 lashes stacked on top of one another to give myself a little bit more of a full look. Lastly, I'll go over the lash line with my liquid liner again, just to kind of hide the lash band a little bit better. And this is the final look, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this review slash makeup tutorial. I really enjoy the palette. I think she did an incredible job designing the palette. I love all the colors. I think the highlighting colors are stunning, absolutely stunning. I love this palette. I'm not sure if I got it for $12.50. She had it on a sale for quite some time, so I'll leave the link down below that you can get this palette yourself, hopefully only for $12.50. I know after a period of time it's gonna go back up to the original price. I'm not sure what that original price was, so if you can get your hands on it while it's still on sale, I really highly recommend this palette. But that's gonna be it, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe if you don't want to miss any new videos. I vlog every single day except for Fridays, where you get a special video like this, and you get a makeup tutorial every single Monday. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!